The crisis of the drought demands a new kind of war. Not against the sun, but against the powerful. Matriarch Shaba leads her herd to the last known water source, a small, muddy pool deep in the ravine. The water is barely enough for the young. The precious calf, Quito, is weak and desperate for moisture. As the herd drinks, Shaba stays vigilant. This small pool is a magnet for the Savanna's mighty. As the herd drinks, Shaba stays vigilant. This small pool is a magnet for the Savanna's mighty. And from the east, the challenge arrives. A massive, territorial White Rhino has claimed the water. Two titans of the wild. But this is not a negotiation. This is a battle for the very last sip of life. The rhino charges first. Its speed is surprising. Its intent is clear. Remove the challenge.
Shaba roars, pushing her herd, her own body language a declaration of war.
She must protect Quito. The young calf is trapped between the charging rhino and the ravine wall. Shaba commits. Her body is the shield. Her powerful ivory tusks, the counter-weapon.
The earth trembles. The largest animals on the planet collide in a brutal fight for existence.
This is TUSK WAR. The desperate territorial clash has begun. The titans lock horns. The rhino's charge is brute force. Shaba's defense is calculated wisdom.
The rhino tries to use its power to drive the matriarch away from the water. Every inch of ground is a victory.
Shaba uses her weight and the tusks, aiming for the rhino's weak underbelly and flank. The rest of the herd watches in silent desperation. Their lives depend on the matriarch's endurance. The rhino breaks the deadlock. It retreats a few steps, preparing for a devastating second charge. Shaba is exhausted, but she knows she cannot afford a moment of rest. Not with Quito so close. The second charge is brutal. The rhino hits Shaba squarely on the side, sending dust flying. Shaba stumbles. The pain is immense, but she refuses to fall into the ravine. She uses the element of surprise. Raising her trunk, she releases a terrifying, booming call. The sheer volume temporarily stuns the rhino, breaking its concentration. Shaba seizes the opportunity. She drives the rhino away from the waterhole entrance. The rhino, dazed and frustrated, finally realizes the cost is too high. It concedes the water. Shaba lets out a long, weary trumpet of victory. The battle is won, but the price has been paid. The herd rushes in, drinking desperately from the muddy pool. The immediate danger is gone, but Shaba sees a deep pain on her flank. The rhino's horn found its mark, and the cost is now internal. The thirst is quenched, but the injury is a ticking clock. The fight for survival continues. Next time, Shaba's injury weakens the herd. The greatest battle may still be ahead. The victory against the rhino was costly. Shaba's injury is a silent burden on the entire herd. They must travel across the open plains to find new forage. But the scent of blood travels fast. The matriarch's weakness is a vulnerability the Savanna's scavengers cannot ignore. Shaba's pain slows the herd, and the slower the pace, the easier the target. The hyenas close the gap. They test the boundaries, looking for a weak point in the defense. Shaba is forced to use her dwindling energy on mock charges, driving the predators back. But a matriarch's wisdom is deeper than brute strength. She orders a tactical retreat into the trees. The tight formation of the trees provides a shield.
The hyenas cannot surround them.
The hyenas grow frustrated. They switch targets, isolating a small, younger elephant. The younger elephant panics and runs, breaking the safety of the protective huddle. Shaba must abandon the defense of the herd to save the one lost member.
She uses her immense size to cut off the hyena's path, forcing them to scatter.
The crisis is averted, but the entire herd is now exposed. Shaba must lead them to final safety. Her destination, the ancient, hidden cave system, used only when survival is at its very edge.
The wound is deep, but her duty is deeper. The matriarch commits to the final, silent path. The herd finds temporary sanctuary within the cool, dark embrace of the earth.
They are safe from the sun and safe from the hungry eyes of the Savanna. Shaba finally rests. But even in the darkness, the weight of the crown does not lift.
Her victory cost her strength, but the safety of her lineage is the only true measure of her reign.
The TUSK War is over. But Matriarch Shaba knows that the dry season will return.
Her resilience has saved them for now, and her tale will be added to the history of the wild.
This is DHG TUSK War.
The matriarchal's victory saves the herd, but the exiled alpha is facing a different kind of war. Next time, the exile is ready. He returns to settle the score with the new pack regime.
Will the wisdom of the matriarch help guide his final choice? Find out in our next powerful episode.
Don't miss the epic conclusion of the Alpha's trial and his quest for redemption. This is Life Force Wild. We show you the true laws of survival. Subscribe to Life Force Wild to follow the real drama of the animal kingdom.
Like this video if you were rooting for Matriarch Shaba to win the TUSK War.